Understanding the hidden hazards of cold water and cold drinks. Introduction. A small habit with big consequences. Dear friends, we often believe that big diseases come from big mistakes, but in reality, many chronic health problems begin with small, repeated habits. Habits so common that we never question them. One such habit is drinking cold water and cold beverages, especially early morning, after meals, during digestion, when the body is tired, overheated, or stressed. Cold water feels refreshing, modern, and harmless, but the human body is not designed for cold internal shock. Today, this lecture is not about fear. It is about awareness, wisdom, and returning to physiological intelligence, how the body truly works. Human physiology. Why temperature matters. The human body functions optimally at 37 degrees Celsius. Every internal system, digestion, circulation, enzyme activity, nerve conduction, depends on stable warmth. When we introduce very cold substances, the body must spend extra energy to rewarm tissues, alter blood flow patterns, suppress enzymatic activity temporarily. This may seem small, but when repeated daily, the impact becomes chronic and cumulative. 1. Digestive suppression. The first system affected. What happens when cold water enters the stomach? Digestive enzymes work best in warm environments. Cold temperatures slow enzyme activity. Gastric muscles become less efficient. Food remains longer in the stomach and intestines. Possible consequences: bloating and gas, acid reflux, indigestion, poor nutrient absorption, constipation or sluggish bowels. Cold drinks after meals are especially harmful because digestion is already in progress. 2. Circulatory shock and vascular constriction. Cold exposure causes vasoconstriction, narrowing of blood vessels. When cold water is consumed, blood flow to digestive organs reduces. Peripheral circulation becomes sluggish. Heart has to pump harder temporarily. Over time, this may contribute to cold hands and feet, fatigue after meals, headaches, increased stress response. For people with hypertension, heart sensitivity, migraine, anxiety, the effect can be more pronounced. 3. Nervous system stress and vagal irritation. The vagus nerve governs digestion, heart rhythm, and calmness. Sudden cold intake can trigger vagal overreaction, cause dizziness or discomfort, increase sympathetic stress dominance. This is why some people experience palpitations, throat tightness, sudden weakness, anxiety sensations after cold drinks. The body perceives internal cold as a threat. 4. Cold soft drinks, a double burden. Cold soft drinks are not just cold. They are high in sugar or artificial sweeteners, acidic, often carbonated. Combined effects: insulin spikes, mineral leaching, gut microbiome disturbance, increased inflammation. Cold temperature magnifies the damage by reducing digestion and delaying clearance. 5. Impact on immunity and respiratory health. Repeated cold exposure reduces mucosal blood flow, weakens local immune defense in throat and gut. This may increase susceptibility to frequent colds, sore throat, sinus congestion, chronic cough. Especially risky: early morning cold water, cold drinks in winter or rainy seasons. Important clarification: scientific balance. Cold water is not poison. Occasional cold intake in healthy, active individuals may not cause harm. The real issue is frequency, timing, individual constitution. Traditional systems and modern physiology both agree. The body prefers internal warmth for optimal function. Healthier alternatives, practical guidance. Room temperature water, slightly warm water after meals, herbal infusions, warm lemon water, not hot. These support digestion, circulation, nervous system calm, metabolic efficiency. Conclusion: choose wisdom over habit. Friends, health is not built only in hospitals. It is built in kitchens, cups, and daily choices. A glass of cold water may seem insignificant, but repeated daily choices shape long-term health. Warmth inside the body means better digestion, better circulation, better immunity, better calmness. Let us not chase temporary pleasure at the cost of long-term balance. Drink mindfully, drink wisely, drink in harmony with your biology. Sometimes, healing begins not with medicine, but with changing the temperature of what we consume. Scientific summary: cold intake inside the body creates temporary physiological stress by reducing enzymatic activity, blood flow, and digestive efficiency. Thank you. Founder, Holistic Wellness Foundation, Imphal. Healing beyond boundaries. Brief scientific support. Digestive enzymes and temperature. Digestive enzymes function optimally at body temperature. Exposure to cold slows enzymatic activity and gastric motility. Guyton and Hall, Textbook of Medical Physiology. Cold-induced vasoconstriction. Cold exposure causes immediate vasoconstriction, reducing blood flow to internal organs, including the gastrointestinal tract. Ganong's Review of Medical Physiology. Cold drinks and gastric emptying. Studies show cold liquids delay gastric emptying compared to warm liquids, impairing digestion. American Journal of Physiology, Gastrointestinal and Liver Physiology. Vagus nerve and cold stimulation. Sudden cold intake can stimulate vagal reflexes, affecting heart rate and digestive comfort. Journal of Applied Physiology. Cold exposure and immune defense. Reduced mucosal blood flow during cold exposure may lower local immune response in the upper respiratory tract. British Medical Journal, BMJ.